This week on Circle Time.
A guy could take a girl out, for example, he goes out on he takes her out on a date to go STK or whatever. Automatically there's a pressure of, I just took you out on a date, so what are you freeing up?
Nothing. You just took me on a date, my nigga. Whoa.
Keep the same energy for the niggas. Keep the same energy for the guys.
If you're chilling with three bad bees and they're all in the niz doing up their thing.
Or what is a hoe? I don't think there's hoes. I only think there's human beings. And simple.
At this age, why am I worried about what our next girl's doing? What our next, do you understand? If it's not my man.
For you to be my girl, that's an honor in itself. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
All on this week's episode of Circle Time.
Welcome to another episode of Circle Time. Rest, and today's topic that we're bringing to the circle is why is sex and drugs become so common within our generation? Who here has had a conversation about sex or drugs with anyone of your friends, your family, everyone? And who agrees that it's become like a common thing, it's like a normal thing, like it's a norm, right? Don't be shy, guys, it's okay. It's all right, you can talk about it, we're adults here, it's okay. We can talk about it. So I'm gonna bring out some stats, and this is from, according to the FPS, and their website was last updated since 2011, so these are stats from 2011. So the average heterosexual intercourse between the ages of 16 and above for both male and women, nearly a third of women and a quarter of women aged 16 to 19 have intercourse before they're 16, nearly a third. 80% of young people aged 16 to 24 have used a condom when they first had sex. Less than 1 in 10 have used no contraception when they first had sex. 1 in 5 young... All right. 1 in 5 young, this is an interesting one. 1 in 5 young men and nearly half of young women aged 16 to 24 said that they wish they had waited longer to start having sex. They were twice as likely to say this if they were under 15 when they first had sex. Right. Now the stats for drugs, according to Wise Updated, and they were last updated in January 2017, around 1 in 5 adults aged 16 to 24 had taken drugs in the last year. And this was doubled, right? And this was also similar in the years, 2016 to 2017. Around 1 in 29 adults for ages 16 to 59 have taken Class A drugs. Class A drugs seems to be most used among the age groups of 16 to 24 years old, and this has increased since 2011. And in the previous years, cannabis has been the most commonly used drug in 2017, 2018. Right. Interesting stats, right? So this is my thing with the whole like sex and drugs and whatever. Okay, I don't know if I can say this, but I think sex and drugs was one of those common things, and it's become common because it's just something that's easily accessible. Now, when something becomes easily accessible, it becomes a social norm. There was a time, once upon a time, probably a long time ago, where you would kind of, oh, see that spit? You'd kind of like wait till after marriage until you then have sex, and which I pretty much do agree with. Call me old-fashioned. That's probably why I'm still single, but I still believe in that. I still believe that you should wait, simply because of sex is not just opening up your legs and, sorry, we're getting a bit grimy in this sitting. It's just because I feel like when you're doing that, you are opening up yourself up, right? And it's deeper than just the physical stuff that you see. It is more than that. And growing up in a family has taught me a lot, and growing up with both of my parents and my family in the household has taught me, I don't see it, obviously I don't see my parents doing anything, but I've seen why biblically, no, guys, come on. Let's get it serious. I haven't seen anything, but I understand why biblically God had said, because I'm a Christian, I can understand biblically why God has said to keep it for marriage, because I think it's a beautiful thing, first of all, and it's something that should be shared with one person, because as I said before, you are opening up yourself to another person. We've heard of soul ties, do you get what I mean? And it's not that, it shouldn't just be anyone who has access to you, do you get what I mean, on an intimate and on a deeper level. That's just my point. It should be with someone that you love, and it should be with someone you're going to spend your forever with, do you understand? I don't believe in divorce, that's why I say that. And you also hear people, oh, you don't know what sex is going to be like, da, da, da. Yes, you can learn, do you get what I mean? Like, don't give me that, we're adults, you can learn. You didn't know how to walk, you had to learn how to walk, do you get what I mean? And I'm not comparing the two things, they're two very different things, but that's just an example. So that's just my take on it, and I think it is a beautiful thing, and I think it's a great thing, and it's given for two things, for pleasure, and it's also given for reproduction, right? So that's just my take on it. That's just me being very open, not hiding behind the corners, and that's just my take on it personally. However, many people won't agree with this. When I put this up, people won't agree with what I have to say. They will probably say, like, you should do it with whoever you want to do it with, and do it whenever you want. Fair, if that's your take, then that's fair. But I think it's a beautiful thing that should be enjoyed with your forever. Do you get what I mean? So, who thinks sex is not that deep? Like, let's just give her the bag. We're adults. Just be honest.
I know, mine was the only one. I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like it's deep, but in that, it's not that deep, if you get what I'm trying to say. Because I understand you're saying it's for marriage, da da da. All right, suppose I never find somebody that I want to be married, that wants to marry me, and I want to marry. So you're just not going to have sex ever. You're going to be a virgin. I feel like that's the thing. If you're giving, no, but you're giving extreme examples, as marriage is an extreme example, as, because that's, let's be honest, at church, you probably know there's a lot of other women or men that might be going to church that aren't necessarily married right now because they haven't found that individual for them. So they're basically not meant to have sex. That's, if you use that example, do you understand me? I think when with sex now, if you do choose to save it for marriage, that's great, that's for you. But if you don't, I don't think other people should be looked down on if they're not doing that. Do you understand me? Because you can go, if you're not having sex, all right, you're not going to have sex with every Tom, Dick and Harry and, you know, Joseph and, you know, Ola, what's it another. You understand me? You're not. All right, but you're not. You don't have to go and have sex with every male or female that you encounter. However...
But it's become this thing that is so encouraged to the point that...
But that's everything in life is easy accessible now. It's because things and times have changed. In general, everything is more accessible right now. I think that ideally, yes, you should wait, but is it the be-all and end-all? Because, yes, you can wait and you save it for marriage and that, and in a perfect world, you're never going to get divorced, but there's things that can happen that can literally break you, and that person right there is not for you. You're going to get divorced and then you're going to have sex with somebody else. I think that there's that ideal idea of, yes, you got to save it for marriage, but when in life is everything ideal? When does everything go perfect? Do you understand me?
I have two things to say. One being, I think, you know, with the whole sex education in school and the way they give out condoms, I think it's probably the best thing for young people, simply because it's like, let's not try and, you know, tiptoe around the situation. Let's not try and push it aside. It's a thing that people are going to do. It's a natural thing that people are going to want to do. I think the best thing for us to do as society is, you know, face it head on, which is, at the end of the day, whether they tell you or not, they're going to do it. So why not give them the knowledge, keep them protected while whenever they want to do it. If a person wants to have sex at the age of 16 or whatever, they're going to do it. Like, you can't change a person's mind. If they feel like they're ready and they're going to do it. I feel like the best thing as a responsible adult is to definitely educate a person on what they're going to get themselves into, the risk and all of that, and then obviously give them protection on what's needed. Secondly, what I do want to say is, I personally feel like you can't judge a girl, because for guys it's normal to have a body count of 10 plus, but I personally feel like you can't judge a girl from her body count. If a girl has a body count of 10, that doesn't make her a bad person. If a girl has a body count of 10, it doesn't mean she's a hoe. It doesn't mean that she's been there and everywhere. I feel like everyone has a story and everyone has a reason to you know, why she's there. If she's felt like she's genuinely been in love, or she's genuinely felt a connection with someone 10 times, then I guess that's her. I don't think I don't think a woman is defined by the amount of men that she slept with. I think there's so many things that go into making a woman.
Honey, let's just be honest. In today's society, the number is 3.
Stephanie, okay, Stephanie, no, but honestly, if you have a friend and you know that friend and you've grew up together and she tells you, right, yeah, my body count is 10, you know her though. And it's like, and it's like, no, because there's, no, look, no, we're not going to do this, because, no, we're not going to sit and act like angels. I think it's really wrong to sit there and to judge a girl because of her body count, because let's be real, if a guy was to sit there and tell you I've slept with 10 girls, you're not going to turn a blind eye to it. I'm not saying it's right, but I just definitely feel like a woman is not defined by the amount of men she slept with. There's so many more things that define a woman, that make a woman than your body count. That's just me.
So what's a hoe?
Okay then. All right. Is this what we do? Woo! It's getting a bit hot in here. What's a hoe?
I don't know what a hoe is though, but no, one thing I wanted to say though is if you're having sex with multiple men, you must, own it, but there must be something inside of you that you don't understand your worth. I'm sorry, if you find that rude, that's fine, but I just feel like, no, but I'm being for real. Like, if you're a woman, right, and you've had sex with I'm not saying 10, I'm saying multiple, men. There must be something inside of you that craves something, that you're yearning for something as to a validation from a man. If you feel like you need to have sex with so many men, do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not.
Let her finish.
To be honest, if you are having sex with multiple men, yes, you a hoe. You's a hoe because.
Wait. Oh no. All I want to say is keep the same energy for the niggas. Keep the same energy for the guys. Keep the same.
I will vouch. Men are just as bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking on the women first. But men are, that's disgusting. I think it's disgusting on both ends. Because the reason why I do is because it's like, do you not understand your worth? What you have inside of you? Do you get what I'm saying? That you have so much, you don't understand. So for you to feel like, oh, I need to have sex with so many guys to validate me, like, no, you don't know you then. You don't understand your worth. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not shading anyone. No, but I do feel that, because if come on, he's inserting himself into you multiple times a man is inserting himself into you. Come on, man. Come on now. Let's be real. No, but it's true. No, for guys as well, I feel like guys don't respect themselves either. And it's like, and the thing is, it's like, because of the absence of fathers, I do believe in certain aspects, because it's like, these guys did not have a sit down with their dad, and a dad didn't say to them, son, and now they've gone out and they've disrespected many women because they've not had that training. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's all down to the woman and the man. Yes, there is other aspects as to the reason why they end up doing the things they do, but as a man to have sex with multiple women, there's something wrong. And for a woman to have sex with multiple men, there's something wrong. On both ends, it's wrong. Multiple is beyond. Like, I'm going beyond 10 though. I'm not talking about.
All right, Amanda. Hello, everyone. Hi. One house. I want to pass. We can bring the mic to Amanda because she's brought the heat. Let's bring it up to Maya. The mic to Maya.
I just think that a lot of the time we think that sex is just pleasurable for guys. It's also for girls too. So if a girl does have a higher body count, it's not necessarily that she doesn't think that she has any self-worth. She enjoys it. I'm not saying that would be me, but I wouldn't look at anyone any kind of way if their body count touched 10 or whatever. And you also have to remember that there's a time frame. They might have reached 20, but they're the age of 40. Do you know what I mean? So you have to think of the time frame. But like I said, it's not just for the guy. And at the same time, no, but that's the ideal life, but it doesn't always work out that way. And like Charlotte said, you might be in love with that one person and you've decided to do that with them. It doesn't work out. Does that mean now you close your legs for the rest of your life? Do we now sew it up? am I not allowed to enjoy anymore?
So let's get to the point. Okay, exactly. Okay, so how many times do you? Okay, so how? Okay, what do you classify as a hoe then? Yeah, what do you think a hoe is?
People go through different periods in their lives, you understand me? I feel like at this age, why am I worried about what a next girl's doing? Do you understand? If it's not my man, I don't need to be worried about, like, if he's having sex with multiple women, including me, then that's when it's an issue. If it's the next you, if it's my friend's partner, not yours, if it's my friend's partner that's had sex with multiple women, that's his business and her business. A next girl, that's her business who she's had sex with. I'm gonna worry about myself, because me judging you on that, there's a lot of things that I could be doing wrong that you could be judging me on. There's no such thing as a hoe no more. Whatever, bruv. You're a big grown adult now at this age. We're adults. Do you understand me? Like, your wholeness can get deleted as well.
We all judge. Let's be real. I can't now go say. Oh, sorry. I can't now go say, oh, I have no right to judge because I've done something. We all do it. Like, we're all human beings. We've all been in a position where we've judged a girl or a man. Okay, us girls, we stand out here and we judging men that are cheating on their girls. It's the same thing. We still have an element of judgment. Why should we judge if a man cheats then? But we can't judge if a girl has multiple sex partners. Come on now, that's bias. Like, we need to be real. Let's be real. No, but I'm saying, for example, how have you got the right? How have we not got the right to judge a man for cheating, but not have a right for judging someone's sex? Exactly, we're human beings, so we have the position to do it. That's what I'm trying to say.
I just have one thing I'm gonna say. I think the whole body count thing. It's very subjective, because let me tell you this: if I had a friend, right, which I have done, and she's told me, you know what, I've kind of slept with like 15 guys, maybe pushing 20. I don't care. Like, I don't care as long as you're not sleeping with my man, like Shaq said. I don't care. Fuck anyone. I don't. But here's the issue: if I have a daughter and you try to come tell me you've slept with X amount of guys, we're gonna have a problem. Do you get, like?
Girls have been holding that mic a lot. Let's give it to the guys, right? Let's brace ourselves, because he's going to say something real crazy.
To what the gentleman over there, what you're saying before, that guys do care about body counts. Not necessarily, because guys only care about body counts when it's a girl that they want a wife. If they don't want to wife a girl, they do not care about body count. 100, that was a spud. That was a spud. that was a spud. And in terms of what Charlotte was saying early on, that with guys can have sex with plus 10 girls, it doesn't matter. Of course, like, some girls do judge on that, because I can tell a girl I had sex with, 500 girls. She's going to look at me and think, he's just a J-bag, he's trash like all the other guys. Simple as. So girls do judge on guys, and that's 100% true. And what you were saying earlier on about is a girl a hoe, or what is a hoe, I don't think there's hoes, I only think there's human beings. And simple. No, I'm being serious. I only think there's human. Hold on. but it's true. It's true. Of course I've called a girl a hoe, but when I was younger, hold on. But when I was younger, but now, because I'm mature and I'm more mature now, I just look at it and think, there's only human beings now. That's it. Because a hoe could be, I could look at a girl and say, a girl might have had sex with 10 guys in a year. Some guys might say, yeah, she's a hoe or this and that. But for me per se, I don't see girls as hoes. They're just girls like every other girl. If a girl had sex with 100 guys, it doesn't bother me. Why am I judging a girl for having sex with 100 guys? And a girl might have had sex with one girl. Because I see guys who judge girls who have only had sex with one guy. They're like, oh, she's inexperienced. Simple as, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Oh, sorry.
You still look at the girl in a different way if she's had sex with 100 guys. That's my point. Okay.
It depends, because it depends on when it was. It depends on when it was accumulated. It depends on when it was accumulated. Like, all my life is a bit. It's high. It depends, cause like. It depends, because let's say she's in that. Let's say she's in that year 11, year 10, yeah, and year 10 to like first year of college, yeah, it shoots up, swoop up to like 10. It goes up, like it's out there, like she got gassed at college and that. But let's say she touches uni second year and you hear like you're chatting to her and she says the last time I beat was like a year ago or something. It's not like, you're not gonna look at her and be like, oh, you're a hoe. You're just gonna be like, raw, you had your fun back then, innit? But like you've changed, like I get that. It depends. You wouldn't look at her and be like, raw, you're a hoe still. You wouldn't do that. Like hoes don't really exist. It's mostly like you wouldn't look at a girl and be like, oh, you're a hoe. You just like the way that your boy explains it to you is the way you'll grab it, if that makes sense. Like it's the way she will come across, because it's not really, oh, my body count's 20, you're a hoe. No, it's not like that. My body count's 20, but there's a reason. Like I did this back then. I was with this person. I was with this group of friends. Because let's be truthful. Like you can get sucked in with your group of friends still. If you're chilling with 3 bad bees and they're all in the niz doing up their thing. If they're all doing that, and you're there, like you'll get sucked in like any human. But
okay, so what if it's reaching numbers like I'm not talking.
Hold on. Wait, can I ask a question? Hold on. Wait. Can I ask a question? Everyone's got a different definition of a hoe. So back to what you said, there's no such thing as a hoe. So what is a hoe? I could say I could give you my definition of a hoe. Then Charlotte will turn around and be like, nah, the hoe is this. Eve can turn around and be like, no, a hoe is this. And then Shaq or Amanda or Jacob could turn around and say, no, a hoe is this. So hold on. So what is the definition of hoe? So everyone's got different perspective. To actually answer your question, I do feel like sex is very much open and so, just out there because of all the dating apps, all social media and stuff like that. And what I do think, so no one shoot me, but this is just personal opinion, I feel like there's more pressure on girls now. For example, like they say chivalry isn't dead, but for example, a guy could take a girl out. For example, he goes out on he takes her out on a date to go STK or whatever. Automatically, there's a pressure of, I just took you out on a date, so what are you freeing up?
Nothing. You just took me on a date, my nigga. Whoa. Back to Joe. Let's clap for Joe.
We're gonna have words. When Jacob was talking first, yeah, and he said something about timescale, yeah.
You have to sit comfortably.
When he was talking about timescale, yeah, he said something about timescale, yeah. I thought he was gonna say something else. What I think is with timescale, I see it like, no, I'm trying to think. I don't want to say something stupid. I see it like, it all depends when you start having sex, yeah? So if you start having sex at 16 and you're now 20 and you've had sex with 30 guys, yeah? I'm being extreme, but you've had sex with 30 guys. Because you said something about, you might just feel things for these different guys, yeah? So what I'm saying is, in the space of 4 years, how did you have things for 30 different guys? You know what I'm trying to say? So you could say, I fell in love with this one, and then we broke up. So now you feel something for someone else. But in 4 years, you've done that with 30 guys. This comes back to what you're saying about knowing your worth here. So if you've made a mistake the first time, obviously you thought you were in love, yeah, and then you had sex and it didn't work. Surely you should go back and think, where did I go wrong, yeah? So if you can do that 30 times in 4 years, there's a problem. You can't tell me I felt something for all of them. You can't tell me I felt something for all of them in that 4 years.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
I feel like you use 30 as an extreme. It will probably be like 6, maybe 8, 10. I feel like it's... All right, okay, all right, calm down, all right. It's an extreme, but, okay, cool. But it goes back to the thing of, why is it okay for you as a boy to just go and... But it is. If your boy came to you and said, nah, since for 4 years I've had sex with 30 girls, you're going to be like, rah, my man, what was it like? What a battery, what a this, what a that. You're going to ask for details. But with a girl, you're going to automatically assume, oh my God, disgusting, da-da-da. I'm not saying it's right, but if you're going to judge... If you're gonna judge me on that, you better be judging your friend on the same thing. Do you understand me? We're not saying girls should yes go out and have sex with 30 different guys. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying it as you've got to now stop judging because you're not going to do that same thing to your brethren. Do you understand me? And I do think 30 is an extreme. And in those extreme cases, that's when you have girls that are struggling with certain internal things. Do you understand me? And the same way you're going to say, you're not going to turn around to a girl that's been in a 4-year relationship with a boy that's emotionally abused her, not physical abuse. You're not going to turn around and say to her, oh my God, what do you think about yourself? You have no respect for yourself, da-da-da. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're going to show much more compassion to that other individual. Do you understand me? If you're saying, the one that's been in like a 4-year relationship and they've been emotionally abused and stuff like that. No, I'm just saying, I'm not talking.
She's been abused, and now she's been emotionally abused, and now she's come back and done what? Because we're talking about sex. So if you tell me she's not come back and had sex with 30 guys after being emotionally abused, that doesn't change nothing to me. She's told me even mad.
The same girl, basically, Shax is trying to say there's 2 girls. One girl that's been in a relationship for 4 years and she's been emotionally abused may have the same type of feelings as a girl who slept with 30 guys. There's an issue there. So she's also feeling some type of way. She's got abused feelings there as well. That's what she's saying. They're the same type of girl. But how you treat the one who's been in a relationship, you may judge her a lot easier because you're thinking, it's a bit sad. You've been in a relationship. He's done all of that to you. Whereas the girl who slept with 30 guys, you'll be thinking, you're her. I don't feel sorry for you. There's no type of way. It's your own fault.
You're equating to having a low self-esteem, low self-confidence with being a hoe. That same girl that's been in that abusive relationship has low self-esteem, low self-confidence. Is she then a hoe? But you're equating the same things. You're basically saying them having that low self-esteem, the fact that you're going to go around and sleep with all these different guys, that you're a hoe because you've got this low self-esteem. So you're sleeping with those guys.
It's not because I think you have low self-esteem. My problem is, I'm going to talk about me, So if there's so if I say, you see like Eve said, what do you say when I spotted you, bro? Oh no, about you only care if it's a girl that you're looking to wife, So it's to do with me, So like you're talking about knowing your worth. I know my worth. Whether I'm trash or this, I know my worth. So it don't matter what anyone calls me, No, I'm not, but go away. Alright, so what I'm saying is, I see it as because you've had sex with 20 people, I'm not saying it means you have low self-esteem. I just question your self-worth. I just question your morals because the way, like, if I want you to be my girl, I'm a proud individual, and I see it as for you to be my girl, that's an honor in itself. I'm sorry, I don't care. So I'm gonna talk about me, That's what but I'm going to talk about me, yeah? It's probably an honor for me to be with a girl as well, but I'm going to talk about me, yeah? So that's an honor in itself. So I don't like the fact that you can easily sleep with so many different guys after, like, especially if you're saying, oh, it's because I love them. Then if you're saying because you had this, like, feelings for them, like, that easily, yeah? I question that even more because then I don't know if you actually do have feelings for me or it's just this thing that you do every 2 months. Every 2 months because you need to, because you can't be alone. A lot of people can't be alone, I think, yeah? A lot of people can't be alone. That's why they jump from relationship to relationship, yeah? If you thought you really liked someone and just sex or whatever, and then you broke up, there's obviously a reason. So you have to look back and think, wow, what happened, blah, 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 blah. Where's the time that you take to think about yourself and what went wrong and what you did wrong and how you easily fell in love before you jump to the next one? So how can you accumulate so many numbers? How can you accumulate...
Seriously? You're hitting points that I want to hear. No, you speak. All right. Guys.
Thank you. That was amazing. You guys weren't giving Joe a chance. Like, he was really onto him. I think you all done a fantastic job with that one. That was a great topic, but I say I'm going to close with this. It's like we keep going on with this thing, like if guys can have a high body count, so can women. But in general, I just think for male and females, it's just not. I don't think it's different. I think it's just. How about you're not going to let me finish my sentence, but that's okay. So that point is this. Great topic, great chat. Let's bring this to the next circle time. Thank you so much for joining the circle today, guys, and until next time.